Yo, what's good, everybody? In today's video, I want to talk about the fear of not making it in business, in trading, or just in life. I feel like as me and just every young entrepreneur watching this, whether you're in your 20s, 30s, or maybe still if you're a teenager and you want to become so rich, filthy rich to the point where you can live in a skyrise like this, you can drive fancy cars, wear dream watches, you could do all that shit you see on social media. You want to get so damn rich. Well, dude, if it was that easy, don't you think everybody would be doing it? If getting rich and becoming successful at such a young age was like the most applicable thing, don't you think everybody around you in your hometown or he or she down there would be doing it? Everyone would be doing it if it's that easy. So, like, you know the feeling you have, you across the screen, you know how you feel like you low-key want to quit? Like me, I'm a trader. So I remember I used to feel like I wanted to quit trading. Like, I was so down bad, losing all my money. You probably feel like you want to quit, you know what I mean? And you feel like you want to quit because it's so hard and you're not seeing results. That's really the only reason you want to quit, or anyone wants to quit something. It's because they don't get what they desire quick, right? Now, if you can just delay the gratification a little bit longer than your expectations really are, imagine how much more farther you could get. Because they always say 99% of traders, 99% of people that try to start businesses, most people fail. And it's because a lack of patience and a lack of just dedication and obsession. So I'll give you a little story. When I was first starting out to trade, I remember I was working construction. I was selling weed out of my grandmother's house, and I was poor. I was depressed, and I didn't know what I wanted to do. I was a 17, 18-year-old kid that was barely graduating high school. I actually graduated with a 1.8 GPA. Didn't give a fuck about high school. Funny thing is, I never told anybody this. I graduated high school. On graduation day, I had mono. If you know what that is, you know what that is. I didn't give a fuck about school. I kind of just did whatever, and dude, I just treated it like shit. So it was to the point where it was like, damn, like after high school, and this is, mind you, before I knew about trading, I was just kind of like, I knew I wanted to do something, and I knew I wanted to be my own boss. Have you ever felt like that, where you just know you're not built for the regular system? And I'm not trying to sound like some Matrix corny ass motherfucker, but like, you know that you're just like not built to fucking work a job, come home, eat dinner, maybe lift a fucking 20-minute workout, go home, sleep, and repeat. Wake up, go to work, eat dinner, hit the gym, repeat. And it's like, bro, it's like that for the rest of your life. It's a fucking cycle. And every time I would think about that, because like my friends would be like, yeah, I'm gonna go to college. And there's nothing wrong with college. Sorry for the loud noise. Miami is insane. But there's nothing wrong with college at all. Like, people that want to go to college, I don't see anything wrong with it. Everyone's like, college is a scam, college is a scam. I mean, dude, just live a fucking life. Stop judging other people. I was never that type of guy to be like, don't go to college, it's a scam. Dude, I mean, if you're going to college to learn fucking business from a dude that's never done business, you're getting fucking scammed, brother. You're fucked. And you're probably in a frat, you know what I mean? It's kind of cooked. It's like, it's always the dudes that will go to college just to try to learn business or marketing or some shit. They'll join a frat and spend a fuck ton of money at college. Now, that, in my opinion, is a fucking scam. You can learn business by yourself. You can do research. You can pay mentors. You can learn by trial and error. Now, that's what you should do. And all my friends were going to college, whether it was for wrestling, football, marketing, fucking whatever they were doing, and there's nothing wrong with it. I'm never the type of kid to judge someone for going to college, but I always realized, like, I was like, fuck this, like, high school ain't for me. I barely graduated high school. Why the fuck do I want to go to college? So I never went to college, and then I started finding out about trading. And you know what I mean? This is, remember when I was selling weed, I was working construction with my grandfather a little bit, making like $22 an hour. At 17 years old, that's pretty good. But like, I was breaking my fucking back. I was breaking down walls and shit, and it was just like, it wasn't ideal, you know what I mean? You're not happy. You're not waking up and like, let's go, I go to work. You're waking up like, fuck, bro, I gotta go all the way to work. That shit was ass and titties, bro. I did not want to do that shit. And now as a trader, you know what I mean? I'm a 6-figure trader. I'm very blessed. I trade options and I trade stocks, and I can make thousands of dollars within minutes and hours. and I get excited. When I wake up, I get joyful because I'm a swing trader. So like when I wake up, usually I have positions in the market, and like I'll check if they're up overnight, you know what I mean? And you get hyped to just wake up and start your day. And I feel like the routine as a trader is just amazing. So to kind of backtrack on what we were talking about, college was never for me, you know what I mean? And like I was saying, I'm never that type of like guru. You always see these Miami gurus and all these types of guys like, don't go to college, don't do this, don't do that. They kind of just try to make a life for you. Don't listen to people that are trying to force shit on you. You should listen to people that truly are just giving you real information, and you should take that information and do what you please with it. You know what I mean? I'm giving you information and giving you my opinions. I'm never going to be that guru that's like, do this, don't go to college, do it, yada, yada, yada. You know what I mean? Most people are yappers. Come on, bro. Y'all fucking up the video. Dumbass ambulance. But, yeah, I'm never that type of person to, like, be like a fucking Andrew Tate on the camera. You know what I mean? I'm going to give you my advice, and I'm going to tell you what my thoughts were. And if you resonate with me, which I'm pretty sure you are, because if you're a young hustler, if you are an entrepreneur, and if you really want to get rich, especially in trading, bro, like, you're going to relate to me. So hit the fucking subscribe button for one. Hit the like button. Don't be weird and gay. And let's lock in, boys. You know what I mean? Keep watching these videos. Keep taking action. I'm here to help you guys and give you real advice. But back to my fucking story. Sorry, there's noises every 6 seconds in the city. That's the one ass thing about living in the city is like, bro, hear everything. I heard a gunshot the other day. I'm like, yo, where that shit at? But, yeah. Fuck college. Even though I said I don't hate on people that don't go to college, I personally did not want to go to college. So I was like, fuck college, right? And I started figuring out about trading. And to kind of go back to what I was talking about, you should not quit trading. If you feel like you're in that point where you want to quit, or like you feel like you're, you know what I mean, not getting the results that you want, dude, you just started. You're probably not even a year into this. Maybe you're 2, maybe 3, probably not. You're probably your first year, maybe 6 months. Maybe you didn't even start yet because you're backtracking it and you're just not starting, right? And that's what I'm here for, here to help you. So always remember, like I was saying in the beginning of this video, yo, if it was that easy, your friends, your dad, your fucking grandma would be doing this shit. It's not that easy. Business is hard as fuck. Dealing with emotions is hard itself, and that's all what trading is. You know what I mean? Technical analysis really isn't that hard. You know what I mean? It's really not that hard. The hardest part about it is the psychology, is dealing with your emotions and dealing with the discipline, right? Because not everybody can be 100% disciplined. Me, myself, I'm not even 100% disciplined. And when I lack discipline in my actual life, you know what I mean? That correlates exactly to my trading. So I always tell everybody, the discipline you have in your actual life will correlate to your trading. So if you're not disciplined, you're not going to be disciplined in your trading. And I realized it's like, wow, when I'm not disciplined in my life, I'm not disciplined in my trading. So the more I try to better my life, self-improve, hit the gym more, get on a diet, respect people more, respect myself more, the more I just try to, you know what I mean, better my life as a whole, I deadass saw my trading get better. So for anybody struggling with discipline, struggling with psychology, they keep losing trades, they keep, you know what I mean, losing faith in themselves. You got to realize, like, at the end of the day, nobody's here to save you. And it's kind of a shitty feeling. You know what I mean? Nobody's here to save you at all. Not even your parents, really. They'll say they're here for you, and they'll be here for you. You know what I mean? They'll always, like, love you and care for you. But, like, I'm talking about in the actual world. Like, nobody's going to hold your hand to success. And especially when you're in your down moments, nobody's there to talk you through it. If anything, most people leave when you're in your down moments. And they don't really come around as much. You know what I mean? People only really want to talk to you or be around you when you're up, which is a kind of shitty feeling. But like, it just shows you that like it's you versus you in this shit. You know what I mean? You can't really expect people to hold your hand to success. When you see your shit lacking in life, when you see your trades lacking, when you see your discipline lacking, when you see yourself lacking as a person, you got to get on yourself. You got to get discipline. You gotta put the nail in the fucking ground and say, yo, I gotta be better. I need to, like, what am I doing? And most people don't catch themselves, though. That's the thing. Most people don't catch themselves at all. They just get into this deep hole and they keep digging it deeper and deeper and deeper, and then they just keep, it gets worse and worse, and then they end up getting in a bad spot in life. They get depressed, they get undisciplined, they lose track of their faith, and then they just quit. And then what happens? You settle for that type of person you always hated. The average 9-to-5, undisciplined, undedicated type of person. The dude that just goes and works a 9-to-5, eats shitty food, can't even travel the world because you're tied down to fucking 9-to-5 every day. You don't even like your girlfriend. The butt's not even that good anymore. You probably got a dog that you say hi to 2 days a week. It's like, fuck that. Divorce rate's like 50%. Bro, that life is ass. You feel me? And that life is just even thinking about it. I'd rather die than fuck. No, I'm just kidding. But like, bro, that shit's just dead ass sounds ass. You know what I mean? And I'm sure you're not living that type of life. But bro, that's the type of life that all of us can live if we don't stay locked in. You know what I mean? We're all still young. You know what I mean? We're all still living a decently average, chill life. You know what I mean? But like, when you're in your late 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, that's the type of life you will live if you don't lock in now. While you're young is the most important times ever. This is the times where you have the time to sacrifice. You have the money to sacrifice. You are young now. This is the time where you're most fucking flexible. You have more energy, more time, attention, or what am I trying to say? Like, you have more like of an attention span. You can work on things harder while you're young. You know what I mean? When you're young, everything's better. And everyone says that, you know what I mean? So like, while you're young, take advantage of that shit, bro. That's why I just turned 21 like 4 days ago. Happy 21st to me. I was fucking bodied on my 21st. I can't even lie. I'm starting 75 hard now though, so I will be completely sober for the next 75 days. And it's like, wow, I'm 21 years old now, and it's like, dude, we gotta keep this ball fucking rolling, man. There's levels to this shit. There's more countries we gotta travel to. You know what I mean? There's more experiences. There's more memories. There's more people we can help out. If you're not the type of person where you want to help out other people, then what are you doing? That's selfish. That's very selfish. And I look at it like this. If you're gonna settle for a 9-to-5 for the rest of your life, settle for 60K to 100K a year for the rest of your life, do you not want to help out your family? Do you not want to give back? Because if you're only making 60 to 70K a year, you're not going to be able to give back a lot. You're not going to be able to give back and also live a super cool life. You're going to be fucking tied down to a super tight circumstance where you can live paycheck to paycheck and slowly help other people out. You know what I mean? Barely. Because you got to help yourself out first, motherfucker. Can't help everyone out without helping yourself out. You know what I mean? You got to make sure you are good first. And you got to realize when you can make, with trading, unlimited amounts of money, depending on how disciplined you are, you know what I mean? Life gets better, because then you can help people out. I gave my grandma 5K the other month, 2 months ago, last month, whatever. Bro, that was the best feeling in the world. That makes me want to keep sticking to my plan. It makes me want to keep staying disciplined. It wants me to stay locked in because I love that feeling, man. I have my fucking dream car. You know what I mean? Of course I have another dream car now, but I got the car that I wanted. I'm living in a fucking... Bro, this shit's lit. Like, it's foggy out, it's rainy, but like, bro, I'm in the city. I'm blessed, man. Yes, I got my camera on a fucking cardboard box right now. But like, bro, I'm lit. I'm grateful, but I need more. And it's not even in a greedy way. It's just in the type of way where it's like, man, more money, more experiences. More money, you can help people out. More money, cooler clothes. More money, you fucking can do anything. And I don't say this because like, it's like, oh, money's everything, bro. Because money is not everything. Money doesn't keep you happy forever, and it's not always about being happy forever. Happy is an emotion. You know what I mean? You're gonna be happy some days. You're gonna be sad some days. Is there anything wrong with being sad? Absolutely not. Is there anything right with being happy? I mean, life's not always about just being happy. I don't know why everyone brainwashes you into you need to be happy every day. That's cap, bro. That's not what life's about. Life's about trial and error, bumpy roads, getting through this and that and this and that. It's like you're not gonna be happy every day. You know what I mean? That's not what life's about. Life's about living though, right? That's why it's called life. Life is about living. You live your life. So if you want to live your life to the fullest potential, sucks to say, but money can do that. You know what I mean? And money is going to help you get the things that you want, have the experiences that you want, travel the world, give back to people. Because me personally, I like the feeling of feeling happy. Who doesn't? Giving back to people, helping people out, doing things for people makes me feel happy. So if I can continue to do that for people, it's going to take money. So what do I got to do? I got to keep making money. But does that mean I'm obsessed with money? No, and that doesn't mean you should be obsessed with money either. You know what I mean? I'm obsessed with my skill. I'm obsessed with trading. I know that trading is going to make me so much money, so what do I have to do? I have to keep staying disciplined. I have to keep good habits. I have to have faith in myself, have confidence in myself. I have to know that I am built for this shit and I cannot quit. Because if I quit, then all those things that I just talked about will go away. You know what I mean? So don't focus on the money. Don't focus on all the cool things or focus on trying to be happy. Focus on a skill set.